So we've now got our tool mounted in the tool holder, and this is a quick change tool holder. This one, which makes life a whole lot easier when you're trying to centralize these or get them set up, and just making sure that this is now tight. And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use this little gadget here, which is called an edge center finder. Cracking little bit of kit, this. So simple, and yet it just saves so much time. And what you do is you calibrate the bubble float by means of this little screw here. And what you do is you find a flat, clean edge on your machine, and you basically calibrate it to that. And it doesn't really matter whether the machine is level or not. What it'll do is it'll find this level of the machine, and also the center line of the chuck. And great little tool. And we just mount it in the 3-jaw like this. Then bring our tool in and just get it on the tip of the tool edge, just in the center there. And you can see that we're way high. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop this down now. Sorry, we're low. So what we're going to do is we're going to raise this so we've got the bubble in the center of the scale. I'm just going to a little bit more. And that's as centered there. So I'm just going to lock that off now. We're still bang in the center, so that's good. So that's as good to go. So the next thing now really is to get this 3-jaw chuck out the way and get our 4-jaw in. So we'll just slacken these cams off. Okay, so that's our 4-jaw chuck now in place. And what we need to do now is we need to get the piston in and get it indicated. So here we have our piston now. What I want to do is I want to make sure that on the XY of this piston, so in other words across the gudgeon pin holes here, is that we're actually in the middle of the jaws, and because that's the strongest part of the piston, and I just want to nip that up just very, very gently. And the lower sides of the skirt here, I want to make sure that they're hard up against the back of the chuck, and just lightly grip the skirt on either side. Nothing too hard. And then what we can do now is we can spin her up and see just what the just where we are. So I want to do this at about 600 RPM. So we're going to be on C3 there. And we can see immediately that we've got a huge amount of eccentricity in there, and that's what we need to get out. Okay, so we've got our dial indicator set up now, and as we can see here that we are running off about 20 thousandths of an inch. We've got a run off here. So what we need to do now is find the high side, which is about here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to slacken off a tiny amount on that side, and then just bring this over. As you can see the dial moving there. I don't want to over tighten this. This is the thing, because I don't want to distort the piston. So I want to make sure that that we're nipped up, but not too tight. And we're running off now about 14 thousandths, maybe a little bit less. And there's the high there. So let's just back this off a little. We're now down to a couple of thou. So we're high here. So we just want to back off slightly there. Well, this has been quite difficult to indicate, and the reason being is that there's a lot of irregularity on the crown of the piston here, but of course we also know that the skirt is oval as well, so it's very, very difficult to actually get it perfect. But the best I can get it to here is within about 3 thousandths. Yeah, we're running out. There's about 6 thousandths we're running out there, 7 thousandths. So that's the low. That's the high. So what we'll do here is we'll just give this and I think that's probably more to do with the irregularity in the top of the piston here, but we've got it within, in fact we'll just try just another little area here. Yeah. Yeah, it's to do with the irregularities in the crown of the piston, and it's going to be very, very difficult to get that out. But once I run this up, it's looking pretty true actually. So I think we're good to go on that.